2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, glad to have you with us tonight. We got the Philadelphia 76ers facing off against the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, they've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. And approaching All-Star break. It's been an interesting year so far, Kenny. What stands out to you the most?
I like seeing the breakout players. You know, young guys who have matured and can now be counted on a daily basis.
And every year we see a few role players who I call others step up and show that they're more than that. I myself was a role player who became very, very good.
Oh, yeah, you were a role player.
I am.
Yeah, his role was to dominate.
Oh. It's pretty nice right
Or
there.
roll over the competition.
Oh, that is awesome.
That was good.
Know your role. Here's Kevin Harlan.
A confident and well-dressed group of 76ers making their way to the locker room earlier on, looking for success on their home court. And the game arrival sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Certainly one of the most beautiful structures in the most historic city in the U.S. That's City Hall here in Philadelphia. Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Sixers coach Brett Brown helped build this team from ground zero. There were some lean years in Philly, but Brown helped set the values and the culture for this team. Brown said, can you teach? Can you cultivate relationships? And do you bring energy? Those 3 qualities are what I've hoped to create throughout my tenure here. Kevin, mission accomplished.
He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You take a look at the 76ers. They're locked in again at that 3rd spot. Not a bad place to be.
And seeing what the Clippers are, they've been a surprise success, showing prognosticators what they're really made of all season long.
And the Clippers starting 5. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Harrell. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. And it's Thibault in at the 3, the small forward. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Outside, George. A 3 from Leonard. It's hauled in by Richardson. And now the 76ers on the break. Oh, the lob for Simmons. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Love the connection Simmons has with his teammates. I mean, once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
Simmons against Beverley. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Ben Simmons.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
And that one misses. Well, Clark, the All-Star break is approaching. Commissioner Silver has broached replacing it with a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you know, I love what Adam Silver has done as the commissioner of the league. He's very forward-thinking. He's very progressive. He's very open-minded. And this is one of those examples of that kind of thinking. You know, in European basketball, it's part of the landscape, and it seems to work fairly well. I'm interested to see where this thinking goes going forward, but I like the fact that it's been broached by the leader of the league.
Now Leonard, following the three-point attempt by Josh Richardson, passes it to Zubac. In the corner, George with it. Here's Harrell. The shot, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Here's Simmons. Glass. Simmons got 6 points.
Boy, Simmons so dangerous in these open floor situations. I love his aggressiveness in getting to the right spot.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault. Zubac defending. Here's Thibault. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Richardson. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Beverly, following the score by Josh Richardson. And Leonard gets it to go.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Here's Thibault. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside for George. It's deflected. And now Philadelphia on the break. Simmons trying to get open. He goes up again. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Simmons. 2nd in assists, 5th in field goal percentage, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And going back to him being 2nd in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. Poked away. Now the pass to Beverly. Zubac against Embiid. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Richardson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Philadelphia leading by 5. Here's Thibault. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Embiid, the pass to Thibault. Six to shoot. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's George. And Simmons with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Boy, the sheer size of Embiid often puts the defense in tough spots. He's a beast.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. And you look at Joel Embiid, Clark, for a player standing 7'2", probably close to 300 pounds. You've got to be impressed with how well he moves out there.
And Kevin, that's the first and most eye-catching thing about him when I watch him, is how nimble he is for his size. And you notice it at the offensive end because he's got great skills and footwork, but defensively, he doesn't pick up a lot of cheap fouls despite having the primary role of rim protector for his team.
Now here's Beverly. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Leonard dishes to George. Here's Beverly. Simmons pulls it in.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And here's Beverly after Josh Richardson was able to get the triple. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Pass to George. And Leonard has it in the corner. No good again that time. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia. Leading by 12. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Free throw drops for Leonard. Clark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They could play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Simmons looking around. Passes to Richardson. Green with the block. And George, here we go. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Not much you can do against Paul George on the drive. I mean, he's got great length and he knows how to use it, and he gets exactly where he wants to.
The 76ers leading by 10. Knocks it loose. Harris, right side. Over George. Kept alive. Embiid. Great D that time from Green.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Pull up Jay. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Jackson. Leonard's got it back down to single digits for Los Angeles. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. Kicks it out to Richardson. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Leonard. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Harris. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Green. Jackson down low. Simmons is there.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Here's Richardson. That shot misses. And the Clippers will go the other way with it to the paint. The second effort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Zubac.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, questions for the Sixers about fit between their 2 young stars in Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are legitimate questions, because when young players are that talented, it sometimes is hard for them to sacrifice their own games for the good of the team.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Joel Embiid. Mike Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. Robinson is subbed in for Josh Richardson. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And for Simmons and Embiid, a clash of styles, too. Simmons, you know, Clark, is at his best in transition.
And, you know, Embiid, guys, is more a half-court threat, attacking in the post. Long term, I think they'll figure it out, but it'll be interesting to see how that plays out between those 2.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys, if for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Simmons finds O'Quinn. To end the drought. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game. Jackson against Robinson. The pass to Leonard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Leonard's got 13 points.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Robinson against Jackson. Pass to Simmons. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Clippers trail by 8. Now here's Williams. No points in the game yet for him. Leonard dishes to Morris. Up again. Al Horford with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now here's Scott. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds. But that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
And so O'Quinn nails both of them. Clippers trail by 10. Williams up on top. Guarded by Simmons. Robinson against Jackson. Over Robinson. That one off the back iron and out.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
76ers with the new shot clock.
there's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
The 76ers leading by 8. Robinson kicks to Simmons. That's tipped. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Going right at that defender. Williams plays off contact, manages to keep control. Count it up. Cash money.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Outside, Simmons. Clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Lou Williams.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
You look at Ben Simmons, and it's easy to compare him somewhat to LeBron James because he's a walking triple-double threat every game. And quite honestly, I think he's only going to get better, especially if he adds a jump shot.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Philadelphia leading by 4. Outside Robinson. Here's Simmons on the money with the open jumper. Simmons got 10 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. On the wing, Morris. Passes it to Jackson. Back to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Here's Shamet. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Horford. The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That free throw missing. And the 76ers making a change here. Good on the second free throw. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Korkmaz. The tray. No good. Shot missing. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from the place where, baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and, just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here, usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and I just believed in it.
Yep, wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
They've got Scott. Horford is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Simmons. And it's Korkmaz in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Here's Morris. Good. Nice job down low. Morris has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Los Angeles. And here is Simmons. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. And Philadelphia has possession. Following the miss by Marcus Morris. Offensive rebound. Horford drops in the layup for two. Horford's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Williams finds Jackson. Wants to get it to Morris and does. And it's sent back by Horford. Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Scott. Back to Korkmaz. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Simmons. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Now here's Simmons. After the miss from Reggie Jackson. Outside, Simmons. But they recover it. Takes the three. Scott, good. Scott's got his first 3 points of the game.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Green. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Morris. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Williams.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Thibault can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Jackson. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And, you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation. And I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Richardson outside. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Now, here's Shamet. Not a lot of room. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Mark, the level of nuance in the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
He hits both from the stripe.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Here's Korkmaz, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And there's the pass to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Richardson the pass to Harris. Tries again. And the rejection by Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Shamet. Power down with both hands.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Here's Thibault. Pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault. He's covered by Shamet. Here's Thibault. Passes it to Korkmaz. It's Richardson on the wing. Harris controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the 76ers lead by 5.
Yeah, you know, Harris is an active player. I mean, he's smooth and he's skilled, but he's also a guy that's got some grit and grind to him as well and gets in there and keeps possessions alive.
Now, here's Beverly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. A second chance effort. Got a piece of it. Now, here's Shamet. Defense right on him. Richardson against Beverly. Now Embiid. A 29-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
And then how about the block shots, guys? I mean, just overpowering on the defensive side. Really, he was being intimidated.
Here's Jackson. Rebound by the 76ers. They've led by as many as 14 points. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other. You know, guys, it's crazy to think that Joel Embiid once considered quitting the game. I mean, his first practice at Kansas, a senior dunked on him so hard he went to the coach and said, maybe I should get out of this stuff. Luckily, the coach talked him down, and now we see one of the best in the league.
2 shots.
Well, free throw drops for Embiid. And some real adversity for Joel Embiid after leaving Kansas. Foot injuries costing him the first 2 years Clark of his career. And then, back in Cameroon, the tragic passing of his beloved brother.
Yeah, that's a hard road to hoe, and adversity oftentimes, while painful, can steel us for the promised land or positive outcomes. And, you know, Embiid really driven by his goal to inspire others in Africa to make a better life, and that drove him to be where he is now.
Now, here is George. A 35-point game for him in the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and, boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
Good on both.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Now, here's Zubac. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That'll be his second foul of the game. So it's the Clippers now. 9-point game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And it's Beverly missing. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. The 76ers leading by 9. Richardson outside. Pass to Harris. Outside Robinson. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Embiid. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
I tell you, Joel Embiid possesses remarkable talent. I mean, this big guy is graceful and strong. He's a real matchup problem for everybody.
And you have to like the way he's attacking the defense, drawing fouls and getting himself chances at the line this quarter.
Here's Thibault. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Richardson outside. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Leonard with the ball. And it's George finishing it off.
I tell you what, mind-blowing experience when you look at Paul George as a dunker. This guy makes alley-oops look easy.
Poke loose. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's Philadelphia now. Ball's knocked loose. Harrell with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. Oh, Leonard in position.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Thibault, the pass to Richardson. And the pass to Thibault. Embiid inside. Zubac defending, and the shot goes in from Embiid.
He's got so much in his package on offense. Embiid just knows how to score the basketball.
Beverly looking around. Kicks it to George. And then George with the jam.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
And so here is Philadelphia. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Harris, and it's in there. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing here by 8. To the middle. Here's Beverly. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Richardson.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Pass to George. Right wing. Zubac kicks to Leonard. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Thibault. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Thibault, the pass to Richardson. Outside Robinson. And the 3 off target.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And he comes up with the deuce. 19 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
.131 left in the first half of basketball. Passes to Robinson. And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And the size of the Sixers can present matchup problems for opposing teams.
Well, you think about the 2 critical positions, a 6'10" point guard and a 7'2" center, and both are uber talented. That's a huge advantage, a unique advantage for Philadelphia.
Clippers trail by 9. 54 seconds left here in the second. Here's George, and misses it off the right side of the rim. And for the 76ers, their shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%. Richardson the pass to Harris. Over George. Harris's shot is off.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Leonard dishes to Harrell. Embiid with the steal. Richardson finds Harris. No good with the triple. Here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Embiid.
Boy, George can really change pace quickly. He's excellent at drawing physical contact.
For Los Angeles, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. Throw good, Paul George.
And, you know, the versatile George does so many things well. A high-octane player who I think gives you intensity at both ends of the court.
And so he hits both.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Simmons with it from deep. And we've reached halftime in this one. 76ers ahead, leading by 7. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
We played, and I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. That's what we've been talking about, and I thought our defense for the most part was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the
Your
folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. It was Josh Richardson who got hot in the first. He had 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 block. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. And it's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. And now they need to stay mean, Ernie. Cannot lose that edge in the second half.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
Well, look, they turn the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second half.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. The 76ers leading by 7. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. We've got Montrezl Harrell. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center, filling out the middle. Pass to Embiid. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Simmons. That shot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. They've led by as many as 14 points. Looking to get back on track here. And the rejection by Zubats. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Shoot 2.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. The 76ers leading by 3. Here's Simmons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
That's good from Simmons. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Beverly against Simmons. Outside Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Leonard hits them both. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Beverly against Simmons. Dishes it to Richardson. There's the triple. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 14 points for Josh Richardson.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
And Beverly kicks to Zubats. It's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Take a look at the 76ers. Right now they've acquired the second-best record in the conference.
And I think for the 76ers, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Now Richardson. Paul George missing from long range. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Clippers trail by 9. Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Up top, Leonard. 6 to shoot. And there's the pass to George. And stolen by Richardson. Pass to Thibault. Rebound by Harrell. Clippers shooting not great, 40% for the game. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 27.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Embiid, the pass to Harris. Back to Embiid. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
And he makes the first. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Jackson misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Embiid's shot is good.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Now here's Harrell. No points in the game yet for him. And the basket by Jackson.
Great screen that time by George. Well done.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Passes it to Embiid. Knocked loose. Fires from the line. Another shot, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Reggie Jackson.
And at 250 lbs, Embiid is a terror inside, using that large frame to draw those fouls.
Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, you know, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Richardson. He's averaging 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Simmons against Jackson. Richardson outside. Simmons finds Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists in the game. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
George dishes to Jackson. Back to George. Over Simmons. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And that's 12 points for George.
Like the shooting form, George, with really strong mechanics. That's why the shot looked so pure coming off his fingertips.
Philadelphia with the ball. They've led by as many as 14 points. Inside, Harris. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers trail by 11. Shamet kicks to Leonard. And it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 12. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. Shoots over Shamet. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And George kicks to Shamet. Sinks the three-pointer. Shamet's got 8 points. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 6-point lead. They get a hand on it. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Here's Embiid. The 76ers again can't hit it.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Now here's Simmons. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
Here's George. It doesn't go for him. Philadelphia leading by 4. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the two best teams in the league. Evan?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months, and the coach's challenge has been triggered here. Coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation.
And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review, coach's challenge or not. I mean, you seldom get into a situation where it's hard to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, boy, it can have, Greg, a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down to just one possession. Each possession so critical. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same.
Now here's Simmons. 12 points for him. Shoots over Shamet. It's stolen by Green. Jackson dishes to Williams. And it's blocked by Scott. This is his first free throw of the game.
And 74%, you know, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
No good on the second free throw. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Jackson. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Robinson passes to Horford. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Up top, Simmons. He's guarded by Williams. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop. And the 76ers lead by 5.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Now, here's Shamet. 8 points for him. From outside, off the mark. Robinson left side. Stolen by Jackson. Now, here's Shamet. Guarded by Simmons. The 10-footer. Almost, but it rolls out. Philadelphia leading by 5. Robinson drives in. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 8th assist here tonight.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Outside Williams. On the wing, Morris. Shamet with it. Scott's there. And the wide open shot from Morris. Sinks the triple. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Pass to O'Quinn. Outside Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Steps back and fires. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Shamet, and he jams it with authority.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Simmons. The Clippers getting the bucket. There's the pass to Robinson. Pass to Horford. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And it's Shamet missing.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one. Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Williams scanning the floor. This one for three, and another three for the Clippers.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Simmons with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Pass to Horford. Over Morris. Horford, no luck. And so Green will bring it up for Los Angeles. A two-point game, and Morris throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Here's Horford, following the basket by Marcus Morris. Here's Simmons. Bucket is good. Simmons got 14 points for the game.
And not quite as aggressive from side as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Williams. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. Shoots from 14, and it's Green missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers lead by 2. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Kyle O'Quinn out there with Horford. Then there's Scott. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now, here is Morris. And it's blocked by Scott. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Reggie Jackson. Williams, that's for 2. Bank shot, no good. The 76ers leading. Beyond the arc. Scott can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. Philadelphia shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Thibault, the pass to Simmons. Here's Thibault. From deep. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Clippers trail by 3. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Pass to Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Here's Beverly. No good off the front iron. Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's Simmons. They grab their own miss. Second shot opportunity. Thibault can't get it to go.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Beverly finds Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Taken away by Williams. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Thursday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
In that game against the Cavaliers, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league, an absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
Tobias Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Richardson comes in for Scott. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. Shot from the low block. And Simmons with the nice bucket inside.
With Ben Simmons, his wheelhouse is in close. The closer he is, the more dangerous he is.
Outside Williams. Right side Leonard. The pass to Beverly. And stolen by Simmons. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Harris. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
That free throw, no good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, Tobias Harris is a great scorer, and he's had multiple NBA stops, and I think you just have to simply say this guy has always been wanted.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Al Horford. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Lou Williams.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Beverly with the ball. Out guarded by Simmons. Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Embiid.
Shoot 2.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Both shots good from the stripe.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier.
Now here is Harris. Richardson outside. Passes it to Thibault. Fires the three. That one doesn't go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. It's George on the wing. Richardson covering. The shot by George, no good. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. They've led by as many as 14 points. Outside, Simmons. Richardson for three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubats has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. George, no good. 76ers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And that's good off the glass that time. George has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Simmons passes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Over Beverly. No good from Simmons. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. George, no good. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. For Philadelphia, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Pass to Richardson. Knocks it loose. Stolen by George. Here's Beverly. Tips it up, and Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 37. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And then at the offensive end, he wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And here are the 76ers now. Trailing by 2. Richardson finds Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Fader on the way. It's hauled in by the Clippers. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. From 12 feet out, another miss by Philadelphia. LA's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And it's Leonard missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now here's Simmons. Trying to get something going. It's hauled in by Paul George.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the league when you have a guy struggling this badly.
That one doesn't drop. Simmons with the defensive effort. Beverly against Richardson. The pass to Simmons. Now Harris. And here's Richardson. Back to Harris. Over Leonard. Another miss by Philadelphia.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
Here's George. Leonard on the wing. Looking for George. He gets it there. Over Richardson. And George gets it to go. George has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Taking advantage of that length inside. George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
The 76ers shooting a meager 37% for the game. Richardson dishes to Simmons. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 14 rebounds tonight, going after.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Now here's Beverly. Here's George. And he banks in the layup. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Thibault. He's covered by Leonard. Simmons against Beverly. It's good.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do to prevent Simmons from creating space. I mean, it's quite honestly what he does best in pick and roll situations.
Now here's Beverly. To the inside, Leonard. Good D by Embiid.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Shoot 2.
That's good from Beverly. Both free throws good from Beverly. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Simmons. And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Leonard kicks to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's 20 points for George.
No success thus far trying to guard George tonight. I mean, he is absolutely shredding them.
Philadelphia with the ball. Now Richardson. Outside, Simmons. The 15-footer. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 16th rebound on the night. The putback.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
That's tipped. Stolen by Beverly. He's looking for Harrell and finds him. That's good from Harrell. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the 76ers. 11-point game.
Yeah, that pull-up jumper by Harris shows his ability to create offense for himself, and that's what all great scorers can do.
Now, here's George. He dishes it to Harold. Pass to Zubats. It's stolen by Harris. And now Philadelphia on the break. Harris has got the ball. Richardson outside. Simmons passes to Embiid. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, I tell you, it's pretty obvious. Embiid takes pride in and enjoys tricking his defenders and getting them to jump on the pump fake.
Gets the first, and that brings them within 8. And so he makes both from the line. Clippers leading by 7. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. An even 3-on-3 break. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Out to the right wing. Harrell, the pass to Zubats. Over Richardson. Brings it from 9 feet away. Zubats has got his first bucket in this one. .122 left to play here in the fourth. Outside, Simmons. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
It's dangerous now letting Embiid get this deep. You're asking to get posterized with the throwdown.
Beverly against Simmons. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. George with the ball. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And it's Harrell missing. Philadelphia has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Snatched up. Embiid. And the rejection by Zubats. Everly with the ball. The feed to Harrell. Shot from 6. That's good on the jump shot. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Now, here's Richardson. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. But they'll get another chance.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And the 76ers call time here. They trail by 8. 8 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let-up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Here's Scott. It's hauled in by the Clippers. So the Clippers with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.